All right, good morning, guys. Today we're looking at NUWE here, NUWE. It's going from about 70 cents all the way up to $1.31 here. It's looking pretty good. I think this is probably one of the more playable stocks today. Besides that, we've got Hour here, which did go from about 396 to a high there of 520. So the range isn't that bad, but I don't really see a whole lot going on with this right now. We don't have a lot of price action. We're sitting below that 200 EMA, so I don't really think that one counts for a whole lot. We've got LGVN here going from about 515 to a high there of $6, so it's an okay range as well. Again, price action's been a little spotty, volume's been a little low, but we are seeing around that 200 EMA, so on open we might see something out of that. Phase had a big run here, going from a low of 17.50 to a high of 22, almost $22, 21.50. So it's got a pretty good range here. We tried to play this yesterday. I wouldn't say it was a huge success, but it wasn't a huge failure either. So maybe we'll see some more consistent price action out of this today. We got a couple other ones. SJ, not really anything going on. AGRI, nothing going on. And PRCH, not a whole lot going on. But these are, we sometimes we miss a runner on open, even if they got a bad pre-market. Sometimes they open well, so we'll keep an eye on those. Newi's looking good so far. I want to see if it drops or starts heading up from here. First time seeing my face, yeah. Mob, we could take a look at and see that on the scanner. Oh, it's being so slow today too. Yep, Mob's looking good. Price range 305, so not bad. 250 to 345. The range on it is not bad. Hours going down, Newi's going up, so we're gonna want to jump in on Newi, I think. Take a chance with that. NUWE. Gonna probably go for about $1, maybe $1.23. $1.20. Okay, we'll go for $1.20 right here. We're gonna go for $1.35, and then we'll go for a $1.17 stop maybe. Let's $1.17 bring us to here, just at the bottom band there. Maybe we'll wait a little bit longer here, see if we can squeeze in a couple more cents. Maybe try for $1.18, and that way we can get this down to $1.15 stop. Or we can just keep going down. $1.16. Okay, we're bouncing out VWAP. So yeah, we're gonna go for about $1. If you can get a little lower than $1.18, that would be best, but just somewhere around that price range. We did already bounce. I'm expecting this to start moving back up now. $1.17. Yeah. Okay, $1.17. That's not bad. Hour starting to head back up. Nothing really going on there yet, though. LGVN bounced up from that 200 EMA, so it's looking pretty good there. We've got Phase still dropping. SJ not doing anything. AGRI not doing much. PRCH, from what I can tell, not really doing much. And we've got Mob here heading up pretty dramatically, so I think we want to jump in on Mob as well. Maybe not quite 330. Maybe we're going to try for 320 here. We'll see if it drops past that VWAP. Doesn't look like it's going to. We're going to go for a 340 with a 310 stop loss. Not necessarily the safest trade, but we do need to take that chance, so we got to put that in. As far as new goes, we got a $1.17, so we can have a $1.14 stop loss. So that brings us right at that VWAP line. I'd rather get in a little lower, but that wasn't really a chance, or a very slim chance at that. So Mob's going back up right now. We're almost at 330. When we hit 330, we can start to take profits. Take profits. Mob 330. Hours looking okay. We're at $1.21 here on Nui after a $1.17 entry, so not looking too bad there. $3.24. So we hit a high there, $3.29. So basically $3.30. Nui kind of struggling right now. Yeah, Phase is looking like it's still dipping. I don't think it's worth playing quite yet. Maybe off that 200 EMA. Nui's still kind of struggling. We're 124 now from 117. We're getting really close to an area to take some profit, so let's go ahead and start taking some. $27. That was the high, right? 120, oh, well, 128 was the high. Same though. Phase still dropping. We've got a MOB dropping as well. Mob. I don't know why I said MOB. So we might end up stopping out on the runner here. I don't know if that's likely though. I think this still has some bullish momentum in it. Yeah, it looks like it was going to push back up. So back to 324 right now. Almost at 130 here, just passing 131 on Inui here. You can take a little bit more profit here if you want to. We are touching the last high, so take some more profit, Inui. Oh, we're about to touch, we just touch PT. So that's 135. I guess I also need to say PT Nui. There we go. 139. Okay. Got to make sure I'm actually... Oh, crap. I messed something up. There we go. Making sure I take some profit there. And it looks like we're running into a halt. Mob here looking good. We did touch that 328 level again. Phase continues to drop. It is touching that 200 EMA. If there was ever a chance to play it, it's going to be now. So let's try a phase play. So we're going to be going for about an 1850. I would like to hit $20 off it, and then an 18. Let's give an 1810 stop. I don't really want to give it a whole. There's 1850 here. Phase. 1844. I'm getting somewhere around here. And our stop is going to be 1810, and we're hoping we don't hit that, but if it continues to drop, we'll just let it go. We're $1.39 and halted on Nui here. Mob is in the 340 area, so we actually hit our price target there as well. I'm going to start to scale some more out here at 340-ish. Some more mob, 340-ish. Got a little bit left in there, so we can probably take some more out if we need to a little bit later on. We did touch stop on phase, so we are stopping out there. You always get out too early, yeah. And in a Nui halt, 153 bucks, just like that. Nice. Well, hopefully this unhalts up. Just watch it very carefully. You can even have like a limit sell somewhere like here. Something like that. That way if it does cross, or at least for majority of the trades or something. Or shares not trade, sorry. That would probably be what I was trying to do if depending if you're in other trades, I would do that. If you're in just that one trade, then I would just, watch it. Because you never know. You don't want to stick it like right at where it's halted, because usually it gaps up at least a little bit, but again, you never really know. This could unhalt and immediately go down. PRCH is just like all over the place. There's not really any spread, but there's also no volume, so I don't see us playing that or AGRI or SJ, so I'm just going to close down these three. Phase continues to drop. Mob's at 350 currently. We could take a little bit more here, but I got pretty close to that exit anyway, so I think I'm going to wait a little longer. Hour hasn't really been worth playing so far. We'll have to see about that. LGVN is still heading down, so we don't really want to worry about that either. What else we got? SNTG we could take a look at. SNTG is looking not terrible. It's got quite the range here, 390 to 430, so 40-cent range right in these candles. VWAP is right there at 409. We could try an SNTG. I think this, I don't know what this one's really doing. Can't really see. There's just volatility here, so SNTG, we'll try it. Maybe like 410. Then we're going to go for probably 440 and then a 3. Yeah, let's just give it a $4 stop, I guess. I mean, that's pretty tight, but I don't really want to send a whole lot of risk into this trade. Because I can't really tell what's going on with it, so that'll be red. Hours not doing a whole lot. Nui still halted. We've got Moby down a little bit here. Did touch a high there of 355. Would have been an okay place to take some more profits. I think I'm averaging about 345 right now. SMTG still up a little bit. Nui still halted. So we're looking to get in around 410 unless we see a dramatic drop. And then we'll see if we can get it a little lower. Waiting on this Nui to unhalt. SMTG has no volume. Yeah, it's very, very low volume. That's for sure. Be a very small trade. I think it's a good trade if you can get in with that little volume, but like if you're playing with a large lot amount, you probably won't be able to get a good fill on it. So keep that in mind. Hour. Yeah, all the way up to 470 randomly there. This looks like it's going to be a momentum play. We could probably try and jump in. Probably right on VWAP there, or maybe 450. Might even get a little lower than 450. Try to hit at least $5 on it, and then just a 435 stop. So we'll give it about 15 cents. Yeah, so trade zero, you can't do percentage stop losses, and that really really hurts it for me. I really like those percentage stop losses. And I talked to their support, and they're like, "Oh, well, if you deposit $50,000 into the account, then we'll take your request for one more seriously." Like, didn't you guys already just think of that? Why do I have to request it? Doesn't make any sense. What's the volume like? We're seeing a fair bit of volume. A couple 100,000. Yeah, we're unhalted, $1.54, and halted again. New halt, the Nui halt. Did drop down a little bit though, $1.34, but it did actually, looks like it opened up right at where I had that line. That's funny. Did you get out, Necro? Or did you end up taking any profit on it? We're all over the place with this hour. We saw it hit 470. That's not a terrible place to take profits, although I'd like to hit at least 480 before taking anything. Nice. Way to go. Mob here looks like it might be heading back up for that 4 or 350 mark. I still would like to take some more profits out, at least 355, maybe a little higher. SMTG with these whack candles going from $4 to $4.35. So yeah, I mean, if you can take a play like that, definitely go for it. That's one of the things that I'm going to call, but I'm not actually going to buy into it because it would take me like 10 or 15 minutes with the current volume to get in, so not really a point. We did hit 354 on Mob, so I was looking to get out 355, so this isn't too bad. Might even get up a little higher here. Hours still all over the place. We saw 470. There's resistance at 470, so we should sell some. Selling some hour for 70-ish. All right, Nui. Let's go for another halt. I'm going to be looking to take profits this time around when it unhalts. Mob still kind of struggling here. I do think that this is something that's going to come down eventually. It's just not going to happen just yet. You know what? I forgot to actually mix my coffee. I put stuff in it and I never actually mixed it. Like, why does this taste so bitter today? Trying not to spill on myself. That didn't work. Yep. Didn't really run out of time. I had plenty of time. I just forgot to do it. So we saw 360 on Mob. That's definitely a good place to take some profits. Massive red candle after that. But did you miss the mob dump? Did you still have like lots in there? Oh, you were out before that? That's good. Ours still ranging between this 450 and 470, so yeah, definitely consider taking some profits at 470. It looks like it's getting rejected off this resistance line quite a few times, so that could be an issue. Phase recovery, it's a possibility. I think it's a little soon, but it is below that 200 EMA. It did hit very close to the bottom of the day, so there's a good chance that this is a recovery. I'm not quite sure I'm ready to jump in on it, but looks half decent. All right, so it looks like we're in that 470 area. We're breaking through. We're hitting 480. You can take a little bit out 480 if you didn't take out a 470. Hopefully we hit this $5 mark pretty quick. Mob, yeah, 330. Actually, right on VWAP. I kind of like that. Let's take another mob play here. Mob 330. We're gonna go for 350 at least, and then we're gonna go for a 320 stop. Hour's still bouncing around, so we had a good chance around 480. Knew we should be unhalting here pretty quick. Hopefully, anyway. SNTG, look at that massive candle. Literally going from the like $4 all the way up to 445. 45-cent candle. Well, actually, I think it's 40 cent. Yeah, about 40 cents. Still though, pretty massive candle. SNTG looking okay, I guess. Nice curl up. That MACD is still pretty treacherous looking, so that could be a problem. But it looks like it's recovering nicely so far. 340, we're almost 10 cents up. AKLIN. Oh, AKLI. There we go. Yeah, AKLI is not looking too bad. 410 to 450. The range is a little slim at that $4 mark. You'd be looking to make like 10 or 20 cents here. That's about it. Yeah, Nui 164. I'm gonna take some profits here. Where's the Nui trade? There it is. Okay. Take some more profit. Nui 170-ish. Almost there. Almost 170. There's 173, 175. I'm gonna take some out. Okay. Still have a little bit left in there. I don't know if we're gonna run into another halt. It should be fairly soon if we do. But it doesn't look like it's got the strength to keep pushing up that high, and I do think this is definitely due for a pullback. So, and Mob looks like it's dumping, so we're gonna stop out on Mob as well. Did have a chance at about 10% or 10 cent, 12 cents profit there. So maybe you took some. I was too busy looking at Nui though, so I didn't actually end up taking it, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. Kali's not looking too bad. It is pretty wicky at the top here, so I'm thinking we're pretty much topping out for the time being on it, and it's only got like a 15-20 cent range, so I'm not really too keen on jumping in on that. Hour still in this range. Hopefully we break out soon. LGV and still dumping. Mob. This could be a good recovery play on Mob. I mean, that bottom band is pretty close, but that changes very quickly, so I'm not quite sure we want to base it off that. Nui's still holding, which is really good news. I think I want to jump back in for another Nui trade. Just get some more shares here. $1.60. We're going to try for $1.80 and then $1.55. So we're going to give about 5 cents room. $1.55-ish. Oh. This could definitely just stop us out pretty much instantly, but I do want to give it that chance to see if we can get some more decent profits out of it. We're at $1.61 right now, $1.60 right here. Let's see, $1.58. Okay, that's not bad. I'll take that. $1.50, we can afford to give it 2 more cents, so $1.53. Actually, you know what? I still like $1.55. I'm still gonna leave that right there. We're at $1.70, so I'm gonna take some profit here. Taking some profit, Nui, $1.70. Because we're already, like 12 cents in profit on a dollar stock, so that's pretty good. I think we can get more out of it though. Nerve again. Man, it's like Nerve's going every day. I like everything we have except LGVN, so let's go Nerve here instead. It's like the same thing every day too. The 200 EMA is crossed with the VWAP. We're starting really low. It makes its way really high. This is where people get faked out. Then it comes back down. People think it's going back up, and then it takes forever to go back up. From a psychological perspective, I feel like it's the same way you build up like a pain tolerance. You just do it enough that it doesn't really phase you anymore. If that makes sense. Like it's hard in the beginning not to get frazzled with trades and stuff. Mob looks like it is recovering. But as you go through the motions of it, you realize like you can't really control anything in the market. You just predict better and better, and hopefully it holds true. And if you stop out on stuff, you stop out. And if you make big money, you make big money. And there's going to be days where both happen. So at some point, just like seeing normal stuff at work. But yeah, it comes down to time. Just exposure in the market. 454 on hour. We did see a high of almost $5 on hour, so hopefully you took out some more profits there. We got real close, actually. Yeah, no worries. Nui still looking okay, I guess. We did see a high there of $1.70 twice. Still kind of bouncing around this range. You could have that stop at $1.53 if you want to. I'm not too worried about it, though. Nerve still holding up high. Yeah, see, it looked like a recovery up until this candle. And phase is sitting down pretty low right now. It is holding this level, which is definitely a good sign. The bad sign that I'm seeing is that MACD is actually looks like it's almost breaking positive with no price action to accompany it. Mob still looks like it might be breaking down further here, and we have hour just kind of bouncing around back down to that 450 level. And I removed the stop for some reason. That didn't really make much sense. What was our stop on this? 435. And Nui still bouncing around. Looks like we are headed back up here. $1.64, $1.65. I think we're going to hit that $1.70 mark again. It looks pretty good right now, except that MACD still pointed straight down. So hopefully we start to curl. $1.66. We're still hoping for $1.80. It's not too far off. It's just one more good shove. Nui looks like it might touch stop. All right, we're going to touch the stop on that remainder. Mob's still not doing a whole lot. Hour actually did have a pretty nasty drop down to 445 there, but it does look like it's recovering again. We could try another play here. It's getting kind of risky with that MACD getting really close to that zero threshold and MACD or VWAP being right there, but it doesn't hurt to get another entry on 450. And then we're going to try for that 480 with a 435 stop again. So I kind of want to try the trade over again, but slightly less of a price target this time. This might be the time we actually break that price target, though. Even if you have to get a little higher, you can move that stop a little higher. I don't think it necessarily matters unless you're breaking past this 445 point, which probably shouldn't be. So at 460, I'm going to go with a 445. Just put it right at the bottom there. Whoop, right there. So hopefully we don't break into that. SMTG with another nice jump. What's volume looking like? Anything better? Probably not. No. Still nothing really fantastic about that. No recovery on phase yet. Nerve looks like it pushed a little bit higher there, 1270, and it might come for the fall now. We're still seeing around 460, and Nui almost at that 180. I think it's actually halted right now. How sad is that? We were so close. Stopped us out by, well, even if we moved our stop down a couple cents. Around 460, 456. Yep. You didn't get stopped? Jackal. I'm disappointed only because I'm jealous. You sold it right before the halt? That's probably not a terrible idea, but I guess we'll see on open. We'll see if it was wise to take the cut before the halt or hold through it. I think it might be a decent halt. Although this is up like a huge amount, so at some point this is going to unhalt going down. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Hour looking half decent here. It has moved up to that 470 mark. You could probably take a little bit of profit. Oh, I'm not jinxing you. Yeah, I'm gonna take some profit. Because we're hitting that resistance line again, and it looks like we're having a little bit of trouble breaking through it, so I want to make sure that we're securing at least a little bit of it. No volume on mob. Oh man, it was like 4 cents away from us making like good money off this. Yeah, thanks, man. Hours looking pretty good. 480 right there. Is our PT if we can hit it. We're close. We're so close. 2 more cents. Come on. There it is. All right, got PT. Bands look like they're kind of tightening, so I'm not sure if we're going to get too much higher. Oh, hang on. We're seeing that widen. All right, 486. Going to take some profits there. We'll leave a little bit left because this might actually just break out here. I gotta say, one thing I do like about Trade Zero, though, even though they don't allow percentage stop, they allow percentage sells, and it's just so easy, which is something you don't normally get on brokerages. So it's weird that they do percentage sells, but not percentage stops. I feel like it would be the exact same thing. Your new E-Trade? Nice. That was like perfectly played almost. Just about. S&T TG 445. Yeah. Yeah, I see that 454. Yeah, nice little jump there. Mob still breaking down. We are at that 200 EMA, so if we pick up some volume, this might be worth it. We've got Nui here. $1.78. Let's see if it unhalts up or down. Should be any time now. Hour just at $5 here. Looking really good with that. We're actually up quite a bit, so I'm going to make sure we take some more profits around that $5 mark. I think we might even go higher here though, but we'll see. And the volume on Mob it's still got quite a bit of volume to it, but I mean, it's not anywhere near what it was, which is what worries me. Yeah, the percentage sells are nice. There's a lot less math involved. It's just buttons. The stop loss thing kind of bothers me, but that's probably because I'm just used to the percentage sells. And the guy on the support was like, oh, we unhalted. We did unhalt up at 185, but it dropped quite a bit there. I'm thinking I might want to just jump back in here. Nui, maybe $1.60. Maybe we get a little lower than $1.60. We're gonna try for $1.60 though, and we're gonna go, oh, $1.55. Come on. Go for $1.55. We're gonna go for $1.80 off that with a dollar, maybe $1.50 stop. This looks like it could be heading straight down though. It wasn't even fast enough. We halted down. That's okay. You know what? I don't really want to be in a halt down anyway. Changed my mind. But yeah, the guy was explaining that, just set up a bunch of little hotkeys where they're all like, 10-cent stop loss, 20-cent stop loss, 30-cent stop loss. I'm like, yeah, I guess you can do that. But you can also do it on the chart and just move it afterwards, right? So that's basically what I'm doing here anyway. So just set up one hotkey with a decent stop loss and then move it. Hour just bouncing around like crazy. It went from 470 back up to $5. Your timing and fills are not good today. That's that happens. I mean, and that's the thing when you don't have a DMA broker is like a lot of the times we did actually hit a new high there, 510. I'm not quite ready to sell though. I want to see us break that and hit higher than the 520 here. Yeah, some days you're gonna get better fills than others. I got a quota to meet. You do have a DMA. Oh, Fidelity's DMA. Trade Zero's apparently they've got a weird way of saying that they're DMA, but they still technically say they are, and their fills are pretty quick. I'd say it's pretty on par with IBKR. So they got that going for them. I am a little upset that they don't allow trading on dual listed stocks, but I get it because they made the process really easy for Canadians because you don't have to convert your money into USD. It automatically does it the second you deposit it, and it keeps it in USD. So I think that's why. But it's still kind of a pain. Yeah, Mob is curling. Volume's still pretty low, but it looks like it's picking up a little bit. We can get rid of this. Probably going to have some resistance right here. And we obviously have some support in this area, and we're going to have resistance in this area here. Probably have a little bit of resistance there as well. 308 was a nice area, yeah. It's back up to 320 now. Nice curl. Hour still kind of bouncing around. We saw it hit that 510, so not a terrible place to take some more profits, but it is on its way back down. If we hit 470 again, I might be looking to take another play on it. Is this that Disneyland stock? Is that what Hour is? Something about Disneyland or Disney in general or something like that? They sell Disney figurines, that's what it was. Yeah, it's that really weird company. It's DUAC associated. Is it? Interesting. I hear Donald Trump might try for president again. Didn't he get impeached though? Can't you not go back into office if you get impeached? Or did they fail the impeachment twice or something? I don't know. I like half follow it, but not really. They failed it twice. And then they threatened to sue him or something because he wasn't paying taxes, which is like, every rich person doesn't pay taxes. What does like impeached? What does that mean? Like they think you're doing something bad, so you get kicked out? Because like honestly, he made the market great, so I would very much like him to come back because ever since he's left, we've been in like a downtrend. It's terrible. It's like literally the day he left, the market started going down. There's always a criminal investigation on him. Doesn't he have like nuclear launch codes or something? I heard something about him like not giving them back. He had them in his basement. That's hilarious. Yes, exactly. I think that's what it was too, Necro. They just wanted him to shut up and be present and like do what they wanted him to do. And he's just not one of those guys. If he doesn't agree with you, he's just not doing it. So he probably wasn't listening to like the advisors they had with it, and then they replaced him with Joe Biden, right? And Joe Biden's just like basically a puppet. Like he literally reads off cue cards when he has to sit down and stand up, and it's so funny. I love watching those videos. And you got like the guards like guiding him to doors and stuff because he doesn't even know where he's going. Okay, we played that a long time ago, actually. It is looking pretty good though. 419 all the way up to 480. Yeah, so we got a decent range. It does look like it's running pretty hard. I'm not sure if it's gonna top out here. We see a lot of volume coming in on these last couple candles here. It's got a decent amount of volume, I guess. Nui's unhalted. It's still holding in that zone, so I think I might actually try a Nui play here if it can hold. Yeah, I'm gonna jump in on Nui. $1.55. We're gonna go for $1.80 and then $1.50 stop loss. I have to type it in real quick because we're going on it. Back down to $1.60. What did we hit there? We hit $1.65. Oh, I should have taken some profit. I could still take, we're almost there. I'm gonna take a little bit of profit here. Get my at least 10 cents out of it before we stop out because we are very close to stopping out on it already. So it could happen. Hours back down to that 480 area. I would like to see it down to at least 470. I don't know if we'll get that though. Like that mob curl up though, literally from like 305 to 330. That's nuts. It's a good curl up. All K is still going. Almost $5 now. Is it good to enter mob? That was at 7:05 2 minutes ago. I mean, like I would say no right now. We do have these bands that are kind of flattening out. I missed your comment like a minute ago, so I mean, it might have looked different a minute ago. But the bands are kind of flat right now. We are hitting resistance at the VWAP line. It does look like that MACD is curling down and the volume is starting to lower. So I would say stay out of it for now unless you want to short. Um, and if you're in it, I would be getting out. Low volume. When it was at the 200 EMA price action was starting to like really die out here, these couple candles, we were seeing really low volume at the same time. So, which, doesn't necessarily mean anything bad because a lot of the times you'll see that when something's reversing, it'll really slow down and then turn around and start heading back up. But usually you want a lot of volume accompanying any price action. I didn't see a big enough volume spike here to warrant it going back up. So I just stayed out. We are back at $5 an hour, so if you were waiting to take some more profits at $5, you're there. It does look like 165 we're tapping out at Nui here. It doesn't look like it's going much higher right now, so I wouldn't be holding it too much here. I mean, it might continue to go up, but I'm not entirely convinced just yet. The bands are coming in pretty tight, which is not necessarily a bad thing. This will be a consolidation probably before another run, but at the same time, we are up like 150 or 160% on Nui right now, so I think that this could see a really good pullback, probably down to the $1.30 level at some point today. Okay, with the big knife down to VWAP. It looks like it's holding though. We could try it. I mean, I'm down to try it. We'll see what happens. VWAP's usually a good place for stuff like this, so we'll go for 465. We're gonna go for $5 at least, and then a 445, 20 cents. No, we'll go for 450. We'll just give it a solid 15 cents there. All right. Hour touching $5, Nui down to $1.60. I'm still waiting for that breakout of hour here. I would like to hit at least 520. Sounds like I'm going to hit 4 million. Let's take a look. Yeah. We're already past 4 million. We're like 4.6. No need to flex. Nui still struggling here. SNTG is dropping real hard. Okay, we're starting to see it pick back up. $480. You're only like 5 million behind me. You're getting there though. Slow and steady. What do you have for the month then? You must be including trading view gains. You must be close to $3,000 now or something. Not bad for an hour work a day. Yeah, I think it's around 3K, something like that. Okay, so okay, we got in around 460. Yeah, 465. We're currently touching like 480 here. That's an okay place to take profits. This could turn around on us. That MACD still pointed down, so I do want to secure at least a little bit here on the way. Securing some profits on all K, 480-ish. 41, breaking to new high here. Might see a little bit more, but I'm going to start securing here. We'll see how high we can go. Nui actually bounced all the way up to $1.72, where we take money at $1.66 last time, so we'll have to see. Or $1.65 last time. We'll have to see if we can hit $1.80 here. I don't think so though. $1.72, not bad. I'm okay with securing a little bit more because we are in this area where it could definitely head back down and touch our stop still. So we want to make sure that since it's not moving too fast, we're taking some profits as we go here. We did see up to 490 on all K here. We're still looking for $5, but 490 is not bad. It's definitely a good place to take a little bit of profit. So again, make sure you're taking some. Hour coming back down. We haven't broken through this final resistance yet, so that leads me to believe eventually this is coming down. So I don't want to take a new trade on it, even if it touches VWAP, because we might actually just break down from there. We'll have to see. And Necro, you were using a cash account, right? If I remember correctly. So that's not bad. Making $3,000 in a month on a cash account. Yeah, definitely not bad. I think you're the only person I know that is probably past PDT rules, but still plays on a cash account for safety, which is definitely not a bad thing. You got like the right mentality. Hour looks like it might be coming up a little bit here. Will it break through finally? Top band is selling us no. What are the white bands you're using? You said the bands were tightening. They are Bollinger bands. They measure volatility in the market and usually give you a pretty good range of where something's going to end up. Nui back down to $1.65 here. Phase here hasn't really done anything. I'm surprised Mob hasn't actually fallen past the zero line on MACD yet. Looks like it's still holding. Oof, yeah. Harsh lessons, but I think everybody needs to learn it eventually. Okay, someone said JZ. I don't know if that's a ticker. Looks like a ticker. What are we sitting at here? $7, low of about 570. Well, even lower here, 564 to a high there of 760. So it's a pretty good range, but we'd mostly be playing it here, 640 to 720. So even still, pretty decent range. Price action's looking okay. A lot of wiki candles though. It was an IPO last week. Nice. Okay, just touching that $5 mark again, very, very close to it. So that's basically PT here. So make sure you take some profits. $5. We got a little bit left in there, so we can take that out in a couple minutes here. Nui still kind of struggling. Yeah, when it comes to trading, there's two ways to learn. Either you can pay for courses and programs and learn from people and mentors, or you can do it yourself, which is the hard way. You'll probably lose just as much or more money. I know if I had just, looked for a mentor early on, I definitely could have saved myself a lot of money. But I was stubborn like a lot of people and decided I could do it myself. 504 on all K. Or you can do both. Yeah, you could do both. Well, I think it depends on the level of commitment you have and the level of what's the word? Not self-reliance. 520, we're at 520 on all K here. I'm thinking about taking out the rest pretty quick. 5. Some people are stubborn, and even though they want to learn from somebody, they still think that they know best. So they'll ask for help, and you'll give them the answer, and then they'll still do it their own way anyway. And then when they come back, you basically just say, "I told you so." Stupidity. Yeah, I think some people just it's hardwired in their brain that they have to they have to do things themselves. Like they have to figure it out themselves. We're almost at 540. If you work a 9 to 5, can you still work with a mentor? Absolutely you can, yeah. There's lots of tools that let you trade outside of market hours, so you can still practice even if you're busy while the market's going, you can still replay the market day and still trade it. You won't obviously make any money, but there's also other markets you can play too if you're working 9 to 5. So like you can learn how to day trade and then go and trade futures, which are open all day long. You sold all your all K2 fire? Yeah, I'm looking to take some money out here. Taking some cash out of all K and leaving a tiny amount. Because we might actually see a little bit more out of this, but at 550, I'm already 50 cents up from the last time I took profit, so I want to make sure I'm securing some more here, and then maybe we'll get some more. Who knows? It doesn't look likely with this giant wick, but you never know. We're back down to 470. So remember how I was saying if it doesn't break this resistance soon, we're not going to be looking for another trade because it's going to break down? Well, here's the breakdown. Nui still holding on. Tradingsim.com. Hang on, I'll shoot a link over to you. I think it's tradingsim.com. Well, maybe it's my internet being slow today. Maybe it's not TradingView. Oh, dude, you can practice with no money. If you're available during market hours, almost all brokerages have paper accounts for you. And if they don't, you can always go on TradingView and use their paper accounts. And if that doesn't work for you either, you can go and you can use TradingSim. And they have paper accounts and they allow you to trade any day of the week that you want. Like you can go on a weekend and go back 5 years on a Monday morning and practice trading if you want to. Oh man, I have way too many tabs here. I don't even know what the hell that one was. Yeah, let's see. All right, so I sent you the trading sim. I think it's like 30 or 40 bucks a month for it. I could be wrong. It could be cheaper actually. Maybe it's 29 or something if you buy the whole year or something. Allocate 565 still going up. We're almost at 570. Jack, are you crying? You're priced out on today? No, honestly, I thought this was going to struggle at 5.2, and here we are 5.2. It happens, right? It happens to me all the time. We're almost at 580 though. You're almost a whole dollar down. Some days are just like that. Don't know why you feel so stupid. Yeah, I wouldn't feel stupid. It's like you can't really predict this. It's when it comes to momentum plays like this, it's not about predicting how far it's going to go. It's about managing your risk and managing your position to try and get as much out of it as you can, right? That's pretty good though. That's definitely not bad. That's better than most. I mean, yeah, granted, you could have made more, but yeah, you start to have unrealistic expectations. It happens. It happens, especially when you start to get good at trading. You're like, I can make $1 million this month. And then you make like I had one student, he doesn't trade with us anymore because I don't know, he learned really quickly and got good at trading very quickly. And then he dipped out for like 3 or 4 months, and then he booked a meeting, and I went to it. And he's like, man, he's like, I've really been struggling. I really need help. And I was like, what's going on, man? He's like, I've been making 5 grand a month and like, or 5 grand a day, sorry. And he's like, I want to get to the point where I'm making 10 grand a day. I'm like, and that's a first world problem right there. You're struggling because you're making 5 grand a day. It ended up being just a really short talk, obviously, because it's just like, well, scale up if you feel comfortable doing that. That's how you make more money. You just keep scaling up. Nui back at 170 here. We touched 171. 5K day, you're done for life. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. For most people, that's a lot of money, You tie that up for a month and you're making like 30, 40, 50 grand a month. Like even with some bad days thrown in there, 50 grand a month, that's still more money than 99% of the population into scaling form. Yeah. Nui is going here. We saw 179, almost 180 there. Is that what our PT was? I actually forgot what our PT was on Nui here. Yeah, 180. So that's PT right there. Oh, I guess I need to say what ticker, but we actually just touched 180 there, so that's awesome. I'm glad we're hitting PT. I still got a little bit left in there. I do think that we can get a little bit past that. I think this is going to go for another run. So actually, if we hit low here, like 160, I might actually opt in for another trade on Nui here. We're hitting 160, so we're going to go for another trade. We're going to go for a 155 stop loss and go for a 180 PT again. Fingers crossed we don't actually hit $1.55, but this is the risky point, right? 155 is where we got stopped out last time, so it could happen again. But we really don't want to have such a huge stop loss on this. I'd rather take a quick stop than, maybe risk a lot more for some money, especially when we're already good for the month. You'll have a 10K a month pension? That's insane. That's huge. One of my fiance's aunt, maybe it's an aunt. She retired at 52 or 53, like early, and her pension's like $600 a month. It's like, oh man, how do you live off that? That's like, I feel like that's allowance for a kid. And yeah, definitely which if you spend the weekends practicing, and I do recommend that people do that kind of stuff, right? Especially if you're starting out and you want to compound your knowledge really fast. It's really good to spend the money on a tool that's going to allow you to trade the markets you want to trade whenever you want, because you can compound that experience a lot faster. You know, like for me, I only trade the first hour of market on stocks usually. So after that, my experience runs dry. So with a tool like that, you can go and you can do that. You can put 8 hours a day in on the first, hour of the day, which gets you 8 times more experience than anybody else. Liking these newbie candles, they're kind of all over the place, aren't they? We hit a 168. I wasn't really watching. If it hit 170, I should have sold. All K re-entry. We're getting there. I think we're getting there. VWAP is, in the grand scheme of things, this looks really scary. It almost looks like a roller coaster ride. So I'm not really entirely convinced I want to jump back in on it. But with a tight stop, it could be good. If it hits VWAP, maybe I'll try it. This is the point where I start like chickening out, because we just went from like $4 to almost $6. 11.4%. Man, you guys are killing it. Nui almost at $1.70 here, so we at $1.70 we should take a little bit of profit. Take a little profit. $1.70 Nui. What's Hour doing? We're still not really doing a whole lot with Hour. Yeah, so that was the drop I was scared of. We just got rejected off this 510 level too many times, and it was gonna come back down. Buyers can't keep it up for that long. But back at this 200 EMA, this is a good chance to buy back in and get some money. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go for 450. I'm gonna go for $5 here. And then we're gonna go for a 440 stop loss. So we're gonna have a fairly, 440. Yeah, we'll go 440 for a stop loss. Fairly tight stop loss because we don't need that extra room. I think that'll work out fine for us. So we did hit $1.68 there on Nui. All pretty much good enough, I would say. And then we're back down now to $1.59. So we're actually breaking lower than our entry point, which is not a good sign. So this could be a good time to exit. We're seeing a lot of exit signals. We've got that MACD breaking that zero threshold. Volume's a little bit lower now in this candle. And that bottom band was starting to open up. Although it looks like it's starting to curl up again. So we still have some buyers keeping us up here, which is kind of nuts, but we'll take what we can get. Might be good. You're not a fast trader. You'll get there, though. People learn at their own speeds, and, it really depends on... Okay, so we're stopping on the remainder of Nui here. It really depends on your hardware, right, as well. So if you only have, like, 1 or 2 screens, it becomes very hard to trade fast with a lot of things. If you don't have hotkeys set up, or you're on a brokerage that has very limited hotkeys, it can become a pain to try and enter and exit positions fast. So those are all factors. It does build an account. Old and slow. Depends where you are paper trading, but most I don't know about TradingSim. I don't know if they have hotkeys on that. TradingView, I think they have very, very basic hotkeys. And then depending on your brokerage, like if you're on IBKR, they definitely have the same hotkeys as a live account. Another thing I don't like about TradeZero is apparently if you're on a demo account, it's got that 15-minute delay. You can't get real-time data for paper trading on TradeZero, which kind of sucks. That kind of defeats the purpose. May have sold too early again on what? On Hour or all K? Oh my god, we're at $6. What were we trying to get on all K? You were right about the reentry. You were. I was still waiting for a little bit more of a dip. But that just went from like 550 to almost 620 again. Yeah, I guess it's just gonna keep going. LGVN. I think that's what you meant there, LGVN. Yeah, it looks like a potential curl up here. Yeah, that's nuts. I definitely wouldn't use this as an expectation for everybody, but yeah, that's That's good. And with consistency, with stuff like that, you can start to scale up positions a little bit. And then when you start to see failures, that's when you start to scale back down. Hour still looking to bounce maybe. So Nui still looks like it's going to go up. So I think I kind of want to jump back in. Nui dollars. I'd like to get it a little lower than $1.60. I don't know if it's going to happen. $1.80 and a $1.55 stop again. So we're going to see about that. I kind of want to jump back in on All-K here, but I need to not be a chicken about it, I think. I think I'm chickening out, and that's why. So I'm going to try for like a 590 entry on it, and we're going to go for 650, and then a 575 stop. 575 is not a lot of room, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. My eyesight is bad today. Gotta stop staring at screens all the time. It's a hazard of the job, I guess. The Nui entry for me. So the Nui entry was $1.61. We got lucky though, that like for a stock that's in this dollar price range and this much volatility, we're not really seeing much in terms of spread, so that's definitely good. Hey, thanks, man. You two chicken for the ALK play or All-K play? ALK. Yeah, I'm gonna call All-K. We're hitting that entry at 590 here, so we're hoping that this is can turn around now and start heading back up. LGVN, not really. JZ just hit the bottom there. We've got All-K entry. SNTG is just dead. Like so dead. So I'm just gonna go ahead and close that chart. Phase isn't going anywhere but down, so we'll close that chart. We're past for 7:30. I just opened up two more plays and we're supposed to be done for the day. Wow, that time flew by today. I didn't even realize. That's okay. We'll play these last two, I guess. Okay, back at $6. It was an engaging day, that's for sure. There's a lot of things to look at and a lot of things running, so. It's not actually, my money board doesn't have enough slots for the amount of days. So it's not showing me the amount today, but we went from 3.1 yesterday to 5.4 today. So I'm thinking we made about 2 million today. 2 and a bit. Not including this Nui play and All-K play. So it might go down or it might go up. We'll see. We're at 610 here. I'm going to take some money on All-K at 610. Taking some money at All-K 610. First day was July 31st. Was it? Money board. It says the first. I don't know why. Maybe something else. Let's see the data entry sheet if I go out. Oh my god, so much scrolling now. I'm so it says the first here too. I'm so glad when we start a new month that I don't have to do all this scrolling. $1.57, we're stopping out on Nui. And okay, back at $6. So I think I'm just going to close position. It doesn't look like it's going any higher. We got this top band that's starting to close in on us. So I think 610 is about as good as we're going to get on this. We'll close the rest at $6. And we'll go through the money board today. So we're closing out the month at 5.4 with a win rate of 74.8%. We were so close to that 75% win rate. Just didn't happen. Probably if I didn't take this last trade, it would have been 75%. I think so too. There's a couple days or a couple months with 31 days in it, isn't there? I don't know how many there are, but yeah, at least this month, anyways, a couple of them, I think. So yeah, it would make more sense to have 31 days. Hey, thanks, man. As far as percentage gains today, we should be about 100%. Scroll, 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 scroll. 117%. So we took a couple losses. We got a full 3% loss on Mob there. And then we actually took 3.7% on Nui because we were giving it a little bit extra room. Not even really. It's because I got filled 2 cents higher. And then my other fill wasn't so great either. So I actually ended up stopping out where I said I was going to stop out, even though my stop out level was 2 cents higher. I just got a bad fill on the way out. So it is what it is. More than half the months, I don't even keep track, so I wouldn't even know that. But yeah, we did pretty good today. We did actually, this month was pretty good, I gotta say. We got lucky this month. I think the market was starting to turn around, and at least for the second half this month, and we really started to make some good gains. So we got lucky in that regard. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for the day. I'm gonna log off, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Take care, guys.